We're gonna use a 3 open on top. Open means that the lever is all the way down. I like to start from the middle, work my way to the side. Is this the cut from last time?
No. No, you remember my
The homie?
Yeah. You can tell, huh?
Yeah. Alright everybody, I'm using the 3 open. We're gonna be doing a mid fade. First you gotta clean up all the bulk. If it's a buzz cut, make sure you remove the entire bulk first. Once you do all the bulk, throw everything away and grab your hairspray. I'm gonna grab hairspray for the hairline. So I will be lining this up. This is the before. Spray it down. Make sure you use ultra fine hairspray. That way it doesn't stick and cause your trimmers to get stuck or anything. And then just get a clean brush, brush it all down. So once we removed all the bulk, grab your trimmer, and we're gonna start by removing facial hair. And then right here, for a mid fade, I like to go half a finger above the ear. Check out my finger right there, right? And we're not gonna drop the guideline. We're gonna run it straight across. And this is called the 00 bald line. So now we have to do that on this side. And you don't want to press too hard on the skin, but you want to make sure you're not afraid of resting the trimmer on the skin. Just make sure you don't go inward with the blade. So once again, half a finger, and we're not dropping it. We're going straight across. And now we have to simply match it up. Once you have it all cleaned up, grab your clipper and use lever open. Lever open. And you're gonna leave that curve area dark on purpose so you're able to curve it when you do the C-cut. And then you wanna make your guideline a finger width so you're able to blend it out. And you're able to create a nice blend area. If you have it too compressed, it's gonna look too compressed. So don't be afraid of creating a finger width guideline. And this is 1 week of growth of hair. So if you're lucky enough to have a haircut with this amount of hair, you can go straight into the fade process. So you want to make sure you have that same level all around the head. And next we're going to grab the hair dryer and we're going to make sure the bottom is nice and clean so we can shave it. I like to shave entirely before I start the fade process. So with these shavers, I highly recommend to stretch the skin. You can stretch it upwards, downward. By doing that, you're going to get a closer shave. And you want to be very careful behind the ear, above the ear. And as you're coming on top of the stubble right here, you want to go down and come up right here. But only come down as you're touching that bald line right here. And make sure you have a soft bristle brush. Make sure you don't have a hard one, because it does feel like scratches on the skin, but not this one. This is soft bristle. Now always raise their neck to get underneath the neck area. Once again, pick up the skin, get in there with the shaver, pull down the ear right here. Make sure you're very precise. Coming straight up. After this, we're gonna start blending that 0. Alright, but I'm gonna grab my aftershave bottle. So if you see a video, make sure you get a spray bottle of aftershave so you can close the pores right away after shaving. And we also get a nice smell of aftershave cologne. So now we're gonna close that lever. And I like to start from the back, lever closed, work my way towards the side of the head. Once we make that guideline, you're gonna simply do 75%, start from the back. And then here is where you split sections. That way you don't work entirely across the entire head right now. Focus only here. So lever is at 75% and then 50, which is halfway. Touch up this spot. And then start blending closer and closer until you reach lever closed, which is what we initially made. So once we soften up the blend here, we're gonna start doing the side of the head right here. So 75%, 50. Make sure you guys hit that follow button until we reach fully closed. And there should be a faint line, which is the bald line. So what I'm gonna do here is grab my trimmer and we're gonna flick the bottom line. That's weird. 1 second, guys, my trimmer's acting up.
I feel like I can cut it, bro. Shit.
For real, it sounds like it?
Oh, yeah. Wait, you're cleaning it?
Yeah. You have 440 people right now. So that's the 0 only. So now we're gonna switch over to this side. So remember, if you split your focus, which is this area only, close your lever and work your way on this section right here, 75%. And when you split your sections right here, you're more concentrated and you're not too frustrated or overwhelmed. Once again, we're at 75%, drop to 50 right now, and we're blending down until we reach lever closed. So once we soften up that blend, we're gonna move on to this section here. Right here it's kind of tough, so just make sure you bring down the ear. It's important to not have super 0 gap clippers because you won't be able to do this. Make sure your clippers have a little gap so that we're working with these little tight corner areas. Your clipper's blade doesn't pick up on the skin. It's a very unpleasant feeling. All right, so once we have the 0 blended, we're gonna go ahead and grab the half guard now. So let's check it out. I'm gonna start from the back. We're gonna have the lever at 75%, and look, we're gonna go up right here, and we're gonna make that guideline from the back, and we're gonna keep that C cup a bit dark. You see how easy it is? Keep that C cup dark so we can curve it up. So now we have this mid-blended guideline, okay? What you want to do here is divide your attention, lever 50%. His hair is pretty simple to blend. There is a different hair texture that it won't allow it to be this easy. So what I'm doing here is just opening, closing halfway, and then fully closing the half guard, just to get that blend that I want. Once I get that blend there, move on to the other side. And remember, we made that at the 75% lever. So all I have to do is 50, 25, and 0. If you guys forgot the percentages, I'm gonna go ahead and remember you guys. So fully open, all the way down is 100, 75, 50, 25, 0. So that's how you lever play. So we're getting closer and closer to the 3 on top. All right, so now we have to use the number 1. Grab your number 1, 75%, start from the back. Go ahead and just make that guideline right here. We can now touch that C cup area with the 1. Make sure you zoom out and really see where you're setting in that 1. Right here, all I have to do is use my right corner to bring that 1 over to the right side. And look, it's matching up with the C cup area, that curvature. So use your left corner now, right corner, and just brush everything down and come down with the 1 once we're done with all this. Now divide your attention, so only this area first. So the 1 should be an easy blend right here, which is 50%, 25, and then 0%, which is fully closed. Now let's do the same here. I'm gonna focus on this area before I move on to the side of the head. And you wanna make sure you go slow sometimes and really see what's going on with the hair. And then as more haircuts you do, you're gonna start seeing the hair disappear automatically. So remember, 75%, we set in that guideline. So all we have to really do is do 50% until we reach lever close. So we're only using the half guard, the 1 so far. As far as guards, and then we have to use the 1.5 now. So grab your 1.5, 75%, and we're gonna start right here in the back. So 1.5, with the lever at 75%, right here I could touch that C cup with the 1.5. I'm making sure I'm laying the guard onto the head and I'm flicking up. There is a bit of pressure on the clipper right now, just not too much. And you want to make sure you go over it, and then we start blending down just a little bit. You don't really have to use the 1.5 fully closed here, but you do have to blend it down. And we're missing the 2, and that's going to complete the fade, and then all I have to do is line it up, use my razor, so that's how I'm able to make a fade consistent, by working around the entire head with guidelines. All right, right here, we just give it a little bit of its own focus right here in the back. That way we don't have any dark spots. So this is the 1.5 closed, and that dark spot is still there, meaning it's the 1. So go back with your 1, the 1 open, and that should lighten it up. So all you have to do for guidelines that don't erase is go to your previous guard and blend it out, smoothen it out. One closed, finishing up the blend right here. Okay, right here I'm gonna use the half guard open, just to maximize that blend in the back. And this is what you call detailing right here. When you go back and detail before you do the final step, which is the 2. All right, so now the 2. The 2 open is gonna go all the way up to the parietal ridge area. Parietal ridge is anywhere right here with the lever open. Right here, it's totally fine to go up because it is a buzz cut. It's not like he has a comb over and I'm going into his head with the 2, right? So with the 2 open, I'm going in, making sure I go multiple passes. First on his hair, the lever is still open. And then we're gonna close it halfway. Now we just have to be very careful we don't climb up too high. And then fully close that 2. Make sure you go slow when you close the 2. Right here, open the 2 and use 1 notch at a time. All right, so that looks pretty solid right there. We're gonna line it up afterwards and then check it out. Right here, I'm going in diagonally with the lever open with the number 2. So the guards I have right now, they're magnetic. Any magnetic guard is way better nowadays. That way it doesn't fall off. So make sure you go multiple passes with that 2. Because 1 pass, 2 passes, 3 passes might not do it, but I highly recommend you doing at least 5 passes before you start bringing down that lever or moving on to any other step. Lever halfway right now. Brushing down. And then close it all the way. And you just have to be careful you don't go where you previously were with the lever halfway. And then you're going to take a quick glance of it, analyze it, everything, and just go in 1 more time and keep polishing. And then after I'm done blending this too, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I line up the C-cup, how I line up the hairline. It's going to be a pretty satisfying process. So this dark spot right there, we're going to use the 1.5. Because if the 2 open and the 2 closed, they didn't soften it up. With the 1.5 open, corner work right here, 1.5 closed. Now we softened it up, just like that. So now for the lineup. All right, I was having a little issue with my trimmer, but check it out. So he's coming from a different barber, so I have to do my my expertise right now. Look, check it out. So it's not that bad, but this is a starting point right here. So look, don't press too hard. I'm just gliding the trimmer. Stretch the skin upward. All right, all right, all right. Make sure you brush that hair. Now for that C-cup, brush it down. You can always redirect the skin to get it even crispier. All right, so that's keeping it natural. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Make sure you guys hit that follow button if you haven't already. For everybody that already did, I appreciate you. So right here, once again, redirect the skin upward. So now I'm gonna get my fancy comb, and I'm gonna go ahead and measure that C-cup. So look, check it out. Sometimes some C-cups are higher on one side. Look, that one's right there. So now, it looks like it's matching. But let me look at him directly in the face. And for some reason, it's still higher right here, but it's an easy fix. So right here, you don't really want to push back this area right there. Make sure you don't put too much pressure. Trying to create something so crispy. All right, so now I'm gonna look at him directly in the face, and now we have it matched up right here. So now, lay back. Now, if you want a pro lineup, basically I got this this lather machine right here. Make sure you guys get this. All right, look, smooth, warm lather. Boom. All right. So if you guys want to see some razor work, check it out, guys. So if you guys didn't know, I have my own razor on sale, and this is how you load it up. You just lay it there, lift the top, snap it in there, and then close it up. All right, so make sure you guys take a deep breath, lay all the head forward, and let the shave begin right here. So like stretch the skin, slowly, slowly. In your mind, you have to tell yourself, I want the blade to glide, not to go into the skin, you know? And just know if you go slow, you get more control. Right here is very difficult to get this. You don't want to put pressure on the blade, never. Boom. If you see any crease in the skin, like there, that's a little crease right there. This, yeah, don't go over the crease. Go above it. Skip it. Skip a pimple. Skip a crease line. Because if you go over it, you're going to go into it. There's no going over it. Here, look, stretch the skin. Slow and controlled. Take a deep breath every time. As long as you don't put pressure on the blade, you're good. But for sure, you have to gain people's trust to use this razor. Yeah, the biggest tip I have for you guys, make sure you guys hit that follow button, because I do teach right here for free. He's been coming for me for a long time already. All right, guys, the live is pretty much over. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you guys learned a lot. Sending a lot of blessings to you guys, a lot of free presents. Have a great day. Thank you guys all for following. I'll be back with another live once I get some time. Peace out.